Hey folks, welcome back to the Are We There Yet channel. We are coming from the 2022 Ford F-150 FX4. You all know it by now. You love it. Here we are for our second edition of Flannel Talk. You guys loved the first edition. Here's the second edition. We have a special guest flannel, which is not really a flannel, it's an outerwear shirt, and we have a new special guest model. Now when he heard and saw that Paper Mel Gibson was modeling the Pendleton, he flipped his wig. He said, Scott, I gotta come out here and do this. So he is out here on his dime and he is gonna model this for you. I hope you guys all enjoy this. The cold weather is here. We all need to stay warm. So sit back. Let's learn a little bit about some warm and comfortable outerwear. As you know from the thumbnail, we are going to learn a little bit about the brand OuterKnown. So without further ado, let's get back to the lab. Here we are back at the Are We There Yet Fashion Lab for our second installment of Flannel Talk. This is a series where we do a deep dive, well, a semi-deep dive into all things cool outerwear. So if you're looking for the all things cool underwear, I'll leave a link to my fans only website in the description below. Today, our guest shirt comes from one of my favorite new companies, and the brand is OuterKnown. This is a relatively new company started by pro surfer Kelly Slater. In our last video, we discussed the importance of the flannel to the surf culture. Well, this is the continuation. Last episode, we talked about the Pendleton, which I'm wearing now. This is the next iteration. So OuterKnown is a company that is working towards environmental sustainability. They're working towards fair wages for everybody along the supply chain. But none of that really means shit if the clothing isn't worth buying. So I'm here to tell you that this clothing is the bomb. The good news, folks, is that these shirts are awesome. Today's guest shirt is the OuterKnown Blanket Shirt. That's what they call it. It's warm like a blanket. Okay, so before we get into the blanket shirt, let me introduce to you our special guest who is modeling the shirt. I want to say hello to Paper John Malkovich. Thank you for flying in for this. I know you're excited about the shirts. I know you have plenty of them in your closet. You're a big fan and you really reached out to me and wanted to do this shirt, so I'm happy to do it. The audience will recognize him. He's been in more than 70 movies. He's been in TV. He's been on Broadway. He won an Obie Award for his starring role in Sam Shepard's True West. And he was in that Jewel Heist movie. You were in that Jewel Heist movie. I know you were. I'm going to have to check it out online because we all know that the internet doesn't lie. So, without further ado, Paper John Malkovich is going to model this blanket shirt for us. What we have here today is the OuterKnown Mojave Sunrise. And this very shirt, I'll have you know, has been worn to the Mojave Desert. This very shirt has experienced a Mojave Desert sunrise. That's right. I've worn this shirt out there. It does fabulous in the Mojave. Obviously in the summer, it's a little warm. But I want you to look at this stitching. The colors. Everything looks a little faded. That's to give it the desert vibe. So when we talk about sustainability, what OuterKnown does is they use things like nut fiber for their buttons. These buttons are solid. I don't know what part of the nut they use for this, but in all their shirts, they use nut fiber So that's pretty cool. It's got that going for it. Now, I want you to take a look around. I want you to look. It's a little dark here in the back. It's a little hangs down. We got the sleeves. And we got the cool stitching. So what do you think about this? Can you give them your honest opinion of it? Pretty insightful, right? I couldn't have said it better myself. So these shirts retail for about $149. If you go on their website, you will see videos on how they're trying to positively affect the environment, how they're trying to avoid putting clothing into the waste, how they are recycling materials and using recycled materials, how they are trying to give these shirts a second life. When people are done with them, they can resell them. All this is on the website. So like I said earlier, what we do know is sustainability isn't shit if the clothing isn't worth it. But it is. This shirt is worth $150. It's expensive, but like I said with the Pendleton, you want to have a few good pieces in your wardrobe that will last. This shirt will last. So let's talk about fabric care. This is actually cotton. You can stick this right into the washer. Now, I don't know how often you want to put it in the dryer. You're probably better to hang dry it. But I put it in the dryer, and it's working out pretty good for me. But for those of you who really know how to take care of a garment, you'll probably wash this and hang dry it. I myself, I like my clothing a little rugged. So I want to give this back to Paper John Malkovich for some closing regards about the shirt. That's pretty insightful. Okay. I'm trying not to cuss on this channel. He said it's fucking good. I'm trying not to cuss on this channel because when I finally do get monetized, I don't want to lose it because we're cussing too damn much. So, all right, folks. Thank you. I appreciate you coming around for the next Flannel Talk. Our next installment will probably be in a couple months, and hopefully we have a new guest for you. Paper John Malkovich and I are going to go get some lunch, and we're going to show off these cool flannels. So like and subscribe to the channel if you like this content. See you next time.